Hey guys, my name is Mukesh Ahuja. So today we are going to start a new chapter, that is energy management and audit. So in the subject of energy conservation and management. So auditing is an important part of managing and conserving the energy. With the help of auditing, we can reduce the wastage and increase the efficacy or efficiency of the industry while using the energy. So we will see how what is the benefits of auditing, what are the various types of audit which can be conducted, what is the definition of energy management and audit. So we will see one by one all the topic. So before starting, so as we know that India is the largest consumer of energy in the form of electricity than anywhere in the world. So the consumption of energy will increase in future as it is increasing. So it is very necessary, it becomes very necessary that we use this energy responsibly and manage the energy in such a way that the losses are reduced. So how we can manage the energy? So the use of energy resources is required to be reduced by managing the utilization of electricity, which is termed as energy management. So we have principles. So this is the syllabus which wait a second. So this is the syllabus which we are going to discuss. It is definition of energy audit, need, why energy auditing is needed, then types, then approach, then understanding cost, benchmarking, performance, and energy audit and instruments metering. So we'll discuss these topics one by one. So first we will discuss principles of energy management. So what are the principles? So principles are, so how we can minimize the wastage of energy. Okay, so by using more efficient lights like LEDs. So this all comes under how we can minimize the wastage of energy. Then second, modifying operations where possible to make best use of energy. So if we can modify some operations which can reduce the energy consumption by uh, by modifying, the cost will also incur of modification. So generally companies do not modify the machines because the cost incurred is very much high. So we need to calculate that the cost incurred to modify any machine can be returned in period of time, and how much period of time that it will save the energy. So if you're modifying some machine, so the goal of modification is that energy is saved. So how much energy is saved, so that you will get the return on your investment, that is ROI. So you need to find the ROI. So that is the principle. Then training and motivation to staff for energy reduction practices. So few practices that if some some machine or light, if it is not required, then we need to train our staff that you should just switch off that machine or any equipment, so that the energy is saved. So that training and motivation from inside. So you cannot scold uh, any staff for not not keeping good practices, but we can motivate them. So that is also one principle. Then optimizing energy efficiency with suitable technology. So if suitable technology is available which can optimize the energy efficiency, so that technology can should be used. So you should not be sticked with the older technology. So this, for example, that LEDs are, if are available, and if there's a requirement of light, you should not buy CFL or older generation of technology. Then using the most appropriate energy sources. So whatever the appropriate energy source is there, so it should be used. So what does it mean? That if as we know that for cooking, for heating applications, we generally use directly the gas, that is CNG, LPG, or PNG, water is available. We do not use electricity for heating applications. The reason is that the electricity is produced, that is optimizing energy efficiency with suitable technology and use of most appropriate energy sources. The last point is continuous improvement for reducing energy consumption. So continuously you need to check that how we can reduce the energy. So this are the main principles of energy management. So in order to find out various tools and techniques of energy savings and how we can minimize the wastage of energy, the energy audit is performed. So what is energy audit? So now we'll see the definition of energy audit. So energy audit will identify how energy is being used in your facility and helps identify practical and cost effective measures that will reduce energy usage, lower operating costs, and help reduce the greenhouse gas emission. So that is other factor, greenhouse gas. So according to the EC Energy Conservation Act 2001, energy audit EA means verification, monitoring and analysis of use of energy, including submission of technical report containing recommendations for improving energy efficiency with cost benefit analysis and action plan to reduce energy consumption. So as you can see the definition given by Energy Conservation Act, so this audit doesn't only find out that where the energy is wasted, so they also have to give recommendations that how this energy wasted can be saved. So that is recommendations, and how this energy wastage can be saved by cost benefit analysis. So if we are wanting to save some energy, so ultimately your cost should be benefited. So if cost is not benefited, then it is not at all motivated that your energy, you are interested in saving the energy. So this cost benefit analysis is also done, and then action plan should be prepared, that how uh, which actions should be taken so to implement this energy consumption reduction. So this is the definition given by Energy Conservation Act 2001. So now, why there is a need for this energy management and audit? So we will see that. So we have divided the needs into three categories. First, why it is required to the industry. Then second, why it is required to the nation. And third, why it is required to the globe. So for industry, we will go one by one. For industry, that if energy is saved, then overall electricity bill is reduced. That is one need that will help the industry. Second, if costs are reduced of electricity, so profit will increase. So that may reduce the cost of the production. So the competitiveness will increase. So if some product is cost is reduced, so so the competitors will the competitiveness will increase. Then third is productivity will increase. So if your costs are saved, then you can the extra savings or extra earnings can be used to increase the productivity. So productivity will increase, and the last is ultimately profit will increase. So profit may increase. So this is the need to the industry, that why industry should go for this energy audit and management. So as we have seen that mainly the goal of energy management and auditing is being pushed by the country India. So their perspective and their goal is more bigger than an industry, because industry uh, can pay for the cost they incur. But what is the main goal for the nation? Why nation wants to save the energy? So energy management can save energy resources of the nation. So as we know that there is a deficit of energy in India, that is we are not able to produce the energy how much is required. So due to which the electricity cut electricity cut or electricity uh, power cut is there in many regions like Bombay, Mumbai. So we are not able to produce that much energy which is required. So if uh, people are saving their energy and if consumption is reduced, then it can save the resources of the nation, and we can meet the energy demand in future. And second is helps in enhancing energy security. So what is this second point? So if we are not able to meet our demands of energy, then what will happen is, if you do not have suppose power in your building or in anywhere, so what you will do if you need power? So you will use the fossil fuels, that is petrol, diesel, uh, in generator, and then you will so we will use the fossil fuels. And as we know that we are dependent on the fossil fuels on other countries, so we are not secured that if any country denies the energy, then our prices may increase. So we are not totally secure in energy. So this also helps in enhancing the energy security. Then the third need is to the globe. So what benefit it will do to the globe, that is the world? That energy management will reduce the environmental effects. That is, if we are managing our energy in proper way, then the the effects of an environment will reduce. So this is also an important point. Then maintains a sustainable environment. So this helps in maintaining a good environment where everyone can live, even animals and plants. So to maintain a sustainable environment. And third, reduces global warming effect. So as we know that the electricity is also produced from the natural resources like coal. So after all, it may also produce CO2 emissions. So that can reduce, if we are reducing our consumption, then it can reduce the CO2 emission and can help in reducing the global warming effect. So this was the need of energy management and audit. So now we will see various types of audits, types of EA, that is, what are the various types of energy audit. So energy audits are the first step to improve the efficiency of buildings and industrial facilities. So first type is walkthrough audit. So what is walkthrough audit? As the name suggests, that it consists typically of a short on-site visit of the facility to identify areas where simple and inexpensive actions, typically maybe operating and maintenance measures, can provide immediate energy use and operating saving costs. So that is walkthrough audit. So by walking and watching everything, we can give some type of suggestions. So this kind of audit contains easy steps for implementation. As a result of walkthrough audit, cost savings is benefited to the organization. So it can also be termed as preliminary audit. That is, before doing an audit, you can go through this audit for from which any specific system can be targeted. Then next is targeted audit. So targeted audit often results from walkthrough audit. So after you have done walkthrough audit, so from walkthrough audit, preliminary data for particular project is obtained. That is, for example, if any organization wants to improve lighting systems of energy savings, then targeted audit for the same is carried out. In targeted audits, further detailed investigation is carried out. So that is targeted energy audit. Then third is standard energy audit. So it consists of a comprehensive energy analysis for the systems in the facility of the industry. So particular in this audit includes the development for a baseline for the energy use of the facility and evaluation of energy savings. So standard main procedures we need to follow in this audit, which can ultimately lead to cost effectiveness of appropriately selected uh, energy conservation measures. So, so what are standard measures which can be used? This is a standard audit. So this third audit third audit is the main audit, that is detailed energy audit. So what is detailed energy audit? So it comes under three phases. So that is pre-audit, then audit phase, and post-audit. And this three phase consist of total 10 steps. So we'll go this 10 steps of detailed energy audit one by one in the next lecture. So thank you very much. We'll see this detailed energy audit in next lecture.